a cooperative game of terror, danger, and adventure in which players take the roles of investigators working to solve mysteries, gather clues, and protect the world from ancient evils intent on destroying our world.
Hello and welcome to week 15 of Arkham Chronicle Designs a Game. Goodness me, doesn't time fly. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a web series about creating the Lovecraftian musical chairs mega game. And you should probably go back to episode 1 and start from there, as it may make more sense. But no guarantees. Last week we were honoured to get a visit from mega game guru Ed Silverstone, whose magnificent talk we have truncated into the following bullet points. And it's probably worth reiterating our key elements of what makes a mega game that we discussed in episode 2. But building on what we learnt last week and our examination of Unfathomable the week before, it seems we shouldn't be slavishly trying to incorporate everything Arkham into one game. Or maybe not into our first game. Notice how we put expansions on the list of Arkham features. It is perfectly acceptable to introduce more depth and mechanics in future versions of the game, so maybe we could just aim to get enough bare bones together for a playtest. In that vein, let's ditch the antagonist players altogether. I'm sure with your input we can devise a way for a few game staff or some elegant mechanics to generate what the cultists and eldritch horrors do each turn. This works for the board games, right? It's time for this week's Eureka moment. We now have some more faction ideas. Big thanks to everyone who contributed some. But there is no reason why the core 4 factions need to be a single team. Take the criminals. Arkham has 2 named organised crime gangs baked into the lore, the Sheldon Gang and the O'Bannon family. Incidentally, the O'Bannion reference is something FFG inherited from Chaosium and the RPG. The Law faction can be Arkham's regular police force and the county sheriff department, not to mention the famous Blackwood Detective Agency. The academics can come from the Arkham Historical Society as well as the Miskatonic University. You could even subdivide the university into different faculties. Clearly I am some kind of genius and have definitely earned this week's portion of Toblerone. These sub-factions introduce a new dynamic type of relationship. With the original diagram, you have opposing factions with differing goals that are induced to cooperate by a larger threat. And so the enemy of my universe-ending great old one becomes my friend. With 2 or more parallel sub-factions, however, their goals are the same, but that doesn't mean there can't be rivalry and competition even if amicable. If they are sharing resources or locations or whatever, they can still step on each other's toes and get in each other's way accidentally or otherwise. But let me stress, this should be a cooperative game, but with some friction. You don't want there to be a single optimal outcome for every game, every turn or every player. Hopefully our friend Random Chance will help with this. If you had 12 players per main faction, as we discussed last time, this could split into 3 teams of 4. If you have 2 teams per faction, they can usually make a truce, but with 3 teams, there is always that chance that 2 of your so-called allies could be sneakily colluding and cutting you out of the loop. Teams in the criminal faction seem the most likely to be competitive, so what if they had some kind of leaderboard or achievement or personal goals in addition to the main let's band together and save the world kind of thing? That's probably enough to be thinking about for this week. So put your thinking caps on and let us know in the comments below what you think. And why not push the thumbs up button while you're down there. Thanks for watching this everyone, and if you think you know a bit about mega games or Arkham Horror and want to appear on a future episode, get in touch with the Arkham Chronicle. Next week we will have another special guest, hopefully. And as always, you can see these episodes early on the Arkham Chronicle Patreon.
Sorry, it was terrible. Bye.